Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at the most followed major currencies from the market from a fundamental and also a technical perspective. As a beginning, we are going to look at the economic calendar for the coming week, and later we are going to look at the technical perspective and how are related with each other. During Thanksgiving, so during this week, it was overall a very quiet week, very boring for traders, considering that the market during the opening of the week was focused for Thanksgiving. And during these days, we had Thanksgiving yesterday and today as well. So the US market is closed. It is obvious that the trading volume was going to be very bad, was going to be very low. And this is a strong reason why many currencies are not moving at all during this week. So we have to deal also with these moments. So this is trading at the end of the day. So let's get back to the news, the economic calendar for the coming week. During Monday, as you can see, we have very soft data. The first part of the day will be empty, related with the European market, London market. And during the second part of the day, we have only the US session that will share some data, but these are very, very soft. So overall, also on Monday, we have to anticipate a boring day with very low trading volume. So let's see what surprises do we have for Tuesday. We can see with red that are very important, Australian retail sales numbers. During the previous month, it was 0.9%, and this time it is expected to be 0.1%. This is going to impact the inflation and the GDP data in both ways. So if this is going to come out as a good number, it is going to help the Australian dollar to increase value, and if this is going to come as a negative number, because we are very close to zero so far, we may see Australian dollar to lose value. However, we should remember that Australian dollar is doing very well. Australian economy is very strong, so they are sharing very good numbers. We may see a positive number again. Later during the day, we have a Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Bullock's speech. We have to be careful. During the previous 2 weeks, if I'm not wrong, we had the interest rate decision from Australia. Previously, it was interpreted as a dovish statement from the Bank of Australia, and later during this week, when we had the Bank of Australia minutes, it is something that usually it is a summary, but it was sent and interpreted as a hawkish signal. So probably the governor this time may push again on the economy and how strong that is performing. So we have to be careful. We may see a stronger Australian dollar again. However, it depends on the topic that he is going to discuss here. During the day, we don't have many important data. This indicator is very important. GfK Consumer Confidence Survey for Germany. During the rest of the day, we don't have anything important yet. And during the close of the London market, so this is close to the close, near to the close, we can see that also these data are very, very soft. So the focus for Tuesday will be only on the retail sales from Australia and the speech that we have from the Bank of Australia as well. On Wednesday, we can see that we have some red data. The focus will be in all of this. The first part will be related with monthly consumer price index, or the inflation data from Australia. It was 5.6 during the previous month, and it is expected to slow down to 5.5. Considering that Australia is doing very well, probably we may see this number to decrease this time. The impact that it may create remains to be seen, because it is not clear in the current conditions. The market is reacting in different ways with inflation numbers. Later, we have one of the biggest events for New Zealand dollar. We have the Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision. The Bank of New Zealand increased for the last time the interest rates on May 2024, 2023, and so far they are not changing these numbers at all. I'm not expecting any increase also this time. However, the market should not anticipate any decrease on the interest rates. It's too early for that decision. The focus will be during the press conference, and probably we may see any hawkish statement from Reserve Bank of New Zealand. So this is what I'm going to look at this week. It will be very interesting. Wednesday, during the day, during the opening of the London market, all these data are very soft. These are from Spain, very soft data. So during the first part of the day, it will be almost empty, and some medium important data: business climate, consumer confidence, and economic sentiment indicator. This may create some small moves, but not moves that may change the price direction. During the opening of the US market, this is near to the opening, we have data from Germany, consumer price index, very important data. This will give us a briefly idea about the consumer price index related to the Eurozone, considering that Germany is also one of the biggest economies for Eurozone. And we have also GDP data from the US. This time it is expected that gross domestic product annualized quarterly for the third quarter. These are preliminary data. It is expected from 4.1 to be 5% this time, and from 3.5 to 3.5 again. Considering that the US is reporting very good data most of the time, it is likely that we may have an increase also on the GDP again. Later we have Bank of England, Governor Bailey's speech. We have to be careful. They are supporting their currency finally after a long period of time. So they are not sending strange messages. They are very clear. During Thursday, we have data from Japan. These are very soft data. We have retail trade data. These are going to be important. I don't know why these are with orange. It should be with red. We have to be careful. The problem with the Japanese currencies is very strange, considering that the Bank of Japan is not intervening in the market in order to change the yield curve. They are not for directions, so it is going to be very strange these days. But the problem also with the Bank of Japan is, as long as they will not intervene in the market, the Japanese yen will be weak, and probably we may face strange moves. So we are going to discuss a bit later this topic. On Thursday, we have data from China, very important as well. It will impact Australian dollar mainly. Retail sales from Germany. This will create some price volatility in the market related with euro. Very important, and we may see interesting moves from this indicator. During the day on Thursday, this is 10 a.m. London time. We have core harmonized index of consumer prices and unemployment rate. So it will be a very volatile day considering these numbers. We may see a slowdown also on Eurozone economy related to the CPI data. Probably this may create some strong volatility in the market, and we may see probably euro becoming weaker if this is going to slow down. So it will be very important this part. And during the opening of the US market, most of the data are important, but not as important to change or to give a clear direction of the trend. So we have the PSE data, initial jobless claims, not big moves. And I think that the most important part will be related with the GDP from Canada as well. So this is going to be important for the Canadian currency pairs. For Friday, that is also at the end of the week, we have data from China. The main focus will be on the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, considering that most of the time they move in the same direction. And finally, employment data from Canada and ISA manufacturing data. I don't know why the non-farm payroll data are not reported, are not being reporting on the first Friday of the month. Usually is the first Friday of the month when they are reported. It should have been in this part, but probably they are going to be during the coming week. Sorry. So let's see what do we have to see on the other part. The first one that we are going to look at is the dollar. This is an old chart that we are looking at during these moments. Since when the price broke out from this pattern, almost reached the target looking at for this zone, so it was everything perfect until this moment. I have shared the dollar index from the point where it was before and look at where it is right now. The problem is that considering the Thanksgiving moment and the trading volume that is very low, we may see that the dollar is losing value because there is no one to support it. The US is on vacation so far, and as long as the trading volume is very low, the price managed only to increase during the previous days, and it is not holding this volume. However, we have to be careful during Monday because we may see the price testing the same zone again, and later we may see any correction that it can test 104 and probably 104.5. Everything is developing more in the market. It is not taking a clear shape, a clear direction, considering that there is nothing in the market so far. Many are not trading at all, considering these holidays. Overall, it's very boring, and all of these moves are strange how they are moving. So that is why it is not advised to trade during the Thanksgiving Day or during important holidays. So this is what I'm looking at, a possible 1 to 3 move, and the price may bounce again. So let's see if this area is going to push the dollar index up again. However, so far there is no reason for the price to break through the previous low where it was created during these moments. And this is a strong reason that I'm looking at that probably with the increase of the volume during Monday, we may see dollar index to recover again. However, in the current pattern that we have, the price is moving down and it can continue up to the bottom so far. So this is obvious that it is moving down here. The next one that we are going to look at will be Euro USD. We have also gold that we are going to look at. For Euro USD that we have seen this since a long period of time, when the price was close to the bottom that I have shared this, we were following for the bullish move when the price was rising, and we had also other updates and other updates as well when the price was close to the triangle pattern here. Just a moment. It was this idea here, and the price already reached the target. What we have to be careful so far is that this movement is already extended too much. So from the bottom, we may see that the price already increased by 500 pips. With the opening of US market, we are still in a bullish trend. but the chances are that we may see also a small correction that can push the price down. The first uh, minor support that we found will be close to 1.0837, and this is a possible movement before the price will grow further. We have to be careful because overall the events that we have are not so aggressive in order to continue and to support euro USD to increase further. We have to be very careful. I think that we may see probably the movement that I'm sharing so far. So this is what I'm looking at for the moment before the price will increase again. However, one step at a time because it's too early for the moment. Also, the current pattern, the current structure that we may see close to 1.0950 already stopped the price at this moment. And only a break, a solid break from this area will make the price to continue up to 1.01, 1.1050. So this is not too far away what we are looking at. This is approximately 100 pips, but it is not showing anything interesting on a lower time frame. So also this volume, in my opinion, is a dead volume, and we may see the price moving down probably. However, it is very risky to sell it so far. We have to be very careful. It is not the current. It is not a good time to sell at this moment, considering how the market is already reacting during the Thanksgiving. It is not worth. So better stay away from the market until we see how the Monday will open. We have also gold analysis that I have shared during these days. Related with gold, we have to be very careful. The market is experiencing a very strange situation this time. At the beginning, the focus was on the war between Israel and Hamas conflict that began at this point here. This was the lowest point when we saw, increased up to 2000, and at this point found very strong resistance from above, and the market was expecting for the conflict to escalate further. That didn't happen. We saw a sell-off. It was a big sell-off, and also very strange in these conditions when all the market was focused on the war, on other countries to get involved. And what was very strange is that the movement, that the price moved down was very big. It was 3.7, 3.8%, a bit more probably. But what we can see and was very strange was the second movement that it was without any reason and it happened during this week. So this was very strange move without reason. After the price moved down, increased to 2000, we didn't see the war conflict to escalate further. On the other hand, uh, they are taking a pause from this problem. So it is very strange how it is reacting. We have to be very careful. The first stop when the price was close to this area here was 2009. But I wouldn't be surprised that this manipulation may continue more. Considering the fundamental perspective and how the price can begin the next direction, I'm looking at for a possible ABC movement for a C move down. That should happen. However, it has to confirm more because also today, during the last 2 hours, because the last candle just opened, we saw this aggressive volume on gold that it was without reason again. It was a strange move. We can see that it was up to 0.4 to 0.45. So very strange moves, and this is something that I would like to be careful and to share with all of you. So this is what we have to focus. It can move down, but it has not enough data to support the bearish idea because we are still facing a type of strange speculation, and in my opinion, is not related with the war this time. We don't have anything to support the increase. So let's be careful, but the movement should be down. A possible confirmation that we may have for gold, if the sellers, sorry, will take control, probably when the price is going to break through these weak candles that we can see below 1990, this could be a reason that we may see the sellers to take the price control. Until that moment, everything is not so clear. We are just assuming for a possible bearish move, but nothing is not clear so far. Also, these candles are very strange. So let's see what is going to happen with gold. For a possible bearish scenario that I'm looking at, the very strong area is located in the middle of this zone. So we can see the structure area close to 1967 or 68, and later the lowest part of the structure. So this is the price development that I'm already expecting for gold. However, it has to develop more, as I pointed out also before. Many traders tend to jump in a trade only because they see a trading idea that is shared, but it is not that easy because the market is more complex than that most of the time. So let's be careful and let's see. The next one that I want to share with you, we have also one question from one of the guys. Thank you so much for all of you that are joining right now. I really appreciate it. Uh, Uros Jordan is asking what is with GBP, GPY. Today rising is so hard. You said it will go down. I lost a lot of money here. What is the reason and where we can shop it? So, as a beginning, the analysis that I shared on TradingView and also on the other platforms are not financial advices. You may jump in the trade. The problem that I am explaining is that if you are joining a trade, you should have a clear trading strategy and not to jump because someone is sharing an idea. On the other hand, the problem with the yen pairs that we are facing during all of these months that I have repeated several times is the problem that the Bank of Japan is not supporting its currency at all. So as long as they are not going to intervene in the market, we are going to face strong speculations, bullish moves and bearish moves as well. So the bearish moves will happen if the Bank of Japan is going to come out with any statement, with any comment, if they are going to intervene. Probably they can do also big speculations in the market, and on the other hand, the bullish moves that we already see in the market are not related with the Bank of Japan, but are related with the market that doesn't have hopes on the Bank of Japan. So if you don't believe that they are going to intervene in the market, this bullish volume is obvious that it's going to happen. So there is no reason to short when you don't have a clear understanding of what may happen and the risk that you may face. So just be careful, please. And so far, we are going to look at USD yen, look at what is happening since a long period of time. The price is facing resistance from the top of the structure, and the Bank of Japan is not in the market again. So they are only doing strange things, small things, let's say. From a technical perspective, we may see that the price already completed a five-wave pattern, and we have also a five-wave pattern that is getting extended on the fifth wave. We are on the fifth of the fifth. The selling pressure that is happening on the USD yen so far, we can see that the price reacted several times, 250 pips, and the next time that was during the previous week, 13th of November, the price moved down nearly 450 pips. So the current move that we see, this bearish move in my opinion, it was not created from the market. It was all created from Bank of Japan because it was transmitted across all the pairs. And what is very important is that it was very, very big. Probably they are doing transactions in the market, but they are not making this public so far. But on the other hand, we have the market on the other hand that is reacting because the move was very big and it is pushing the price up again. So the price can be very aggressive, but if the market is not going to see any strong news from the Bank of Japan that they are going to intervene, I think that also in the current conditions where USD yen is so far, probably it will create this type of bullish pattern and it will continue to test the top. So it is very risky to sell. I'm not saying that this is not going to move down because we can never know how the market can react, but it is likely that this bullish opportunity has more chances and we can see a possible sell from the top. It looks like that the Bank of Japan is already positioned, is conducting transactions here at this point, but they are not making clear that they are doing this. The problem is that if they are going to intervene in the market, it may create big moves, and probably they don't want their currency to get stronger immediately. Probably they want very small moves in the market. So also GBP that is testing the top today, I think that is normal. It was also very aggressive, and as long as the Bank of Japan is not moving, it may create also a new top. So it is not confirming anything at all to be bearish so far. We cannot sell it. Just one moment. Look at what is happening. I didn't see this. Look at what is happening with GBP USD. It is breaking. It created this bullish wave all these days. And as you can see, after it was rising here, it didn't show anything interesting for the sell. So all of these are bullish setups. We had also bullish setups also here. So despite the bigger picture of what may happen, we need to find a reason before selling. So look at how aggressive is this going so far. So as long as the Bank of Japan is not going to come here, or if we are not going to have any sell opportunity from a technical perspective, I don't think that it is worth to join a trade. So you should have a very solid understanding of what may happen before joining a trade. So also this move that is happening so far, probably it will not continue further. Probably we may see any false breakout and it can dump later. However, also that move has to be confirmed because this is not clear where it can stop at this moment. The next one that we are going to look at is GBP USD. I have shared this analysis also before when the price was at this point. The price increased in a very beautiful way, and so far it keeps rising. During on November 22nd, so 2 days ago, I shared this analysis. The price created a bearish correction. As you can see, this is the bearish correction that it was created, and so far the price is breaking higher. Look at the bullish optimism. The problem that it keeps rising is that we had positive data from the UK today, and also the governor, the UK, the Bank of Governor Bailey said that they are not going to decrease the interest rates further, as it was speculated 2 weeks ago, if I'm not wrong, because the market was speculating that as long as the CPI data are decreasing, the Bank of England is going to decrease the interest rates. So this comment is helping more the GBP USD to increase further. And on the other hand, we don't have the US market opening. So probably this move may continue up to the second structure zone close to 1.2730 here. So this is what I've also shared during these moments. So let's see. It may increase, it may develop in different ways. However, at this moment, this is showing very strong bullish volume. Uh, Thank you so much. I would really appreciate if you are going to press the like button and subscribe. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So let's see what is going to happen during the coming week. Thank you so much to all of you. And the last one that we are going to look at is Bitcoin. During all these days, the price was moving within this pattern. We have a type of contraction that was happening, and we have also a resistance zone that is happening from above. During these days, I was looking at for a possible bearish move. It was when I shared at this point. The price moved down close to the first target, now increased again. Also before it was testing this area several times, and I am looking at for a possible bearish opportunity. But considering that the USD is losing value, I think that we have to be very, very careful. So for Bitcoin, we are in a critical moment. There is nothing so optimistic to push Bitcoin price further from 38 to 39. However, we have to wait and to see how the price will react at this point. So many probably are expecting for a bigger bullish move. So for the bullish move, it has to break through the red area, it has to take a pause, and probably later we may see the movement. And on the other hand, we have to see the price to create a strong rejection before it moves down further. So this is what I'm looking at so far. So let's see what is going to happen again. It will be interesting. So that's all that I have explained today. For the guy that is writing on TradingView comment chat, I already analyzed the gold at the beginning of the live stream, so you may watch it again. That's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to hit the like button and follow. Bye bye.